Hello Internet, I'm HamsterBomb and you are back for some more Ask Hamster! Anyway, let's just get on with it. What's the origin of your username? Not sure if this has been asked before. Actually it has, yes, in Ask Hamster 1. But to avoid saying the same thing twice, I don't know, I just kinda thought it was funny. My question is, do you actually have a hamster as a pet? No, and honestly, I don't even like hamsters. I don't know why I chose HamsterBomb now that I think about it. I really don't like hamsters. I never liked hamsters. Though, recently, I have to say, Kim and I went to an aquarium because we were looking at a bunch of fish and stuff that we were thinking about getting for our house, and they had this area for hamsters, and I was like, I hate hamsters. I hate hamsters so much. I'm going through the whole spiel like, I don't like hamsters. And then they start doing, like, backflips. I'm not kidding, like, for no reason. They just, like, run up and they just do backflips. And Kim was like, yeah, they do that all the time. You didn't know that hamsters just do backflips? And I was like, no, I love it. What is your upload schedule? Okay, well, this actually changes all the time, but people do ask me this, and I really hope you can, like, figure this out if you guys dug enough. If you go to my homepage and click on About, it'll always pop up there, and that should be up to date all the time. But at least right now, as I'm making this video, I do Monster Hunter Generations every Tuesday and Saturday. I do Metal Gear Solid 3 episodes every Monday, Thursday. Shiny Pokemon hunts if I can hunt one, which recently I've been so busy I haven't been able to hunt. Those will go up on Sunday if I get one. And Pokemon Q-Charm goes up on Sunday, Wednesday, and Pokemon Evolution Randomizer goes up on Fridays. Now, aside from that, Ask Hamster is supposed to come up at the 15th of every month. I missed it this time because, as I mentioned before, I originally filmed this whole episode, and I found out later that the audio was cut, so I'm actually using a completely different camera now. Better camera! But still, like, the audio is not quite as good because I have to use a different mic. Darn this thing! Here's a big one. What's your favorite Pokemon? I already answered that too. But if I have to say it again, pick one Pokemon that I like randomly for no reason, it is Shuckle. I just love how silly, ridiculous Shuckle is. And also for his stats, how silly he looks. I don't know, there's a bunch of reasons I just love Shuckle. And how I took the Shucky was his name, the one you get in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. The guy at that one island town who just gives you his Shuckle, I'm sorry, it was named Shucky. He says, here, your rival was like trying to steal it, so here, of course, his logical explanation is just give it to you because someone was trying to steal it, which makes sense, give it to a stranger. But I raised that darn thing to like level, like 89 in that game, and I beat Trainer Red in that game just with the Shuckle. Like, I loved that Shuckle so much. I made it so evil, but he's really awesome. So if I got like random stuff from you guys and it was like Shuckle themed, like I would wear like a Shuckle hat every episode for everything. Like Pokemon Randomizer, I'd be like, Shuckle! I don't know if this is happening to other people, but the rest of your Pokemon Evolution randomizers are private videos. No, that's not just you. There are private videos in almost all of my playlists for every series that I'm doing, and that is a good thing if you see them, because that means I'm working ahead. I have 2 other big boy jobs that are not YouTube, and I have to do that. Obviously, a lot of my time goes to that, and then this is the rest of my time, so because I can't make a video every single day, like, feasibly in real time, instead I work ahead on certain series and do them in chunks, and then I will mass upload them to YouTube and then work later at, like, you know, doing all the YouTube-y stuff outside of the editing and everything else I gotta do for the videos, and then I will schedule them to go and release at certain days. The only problem with that idea is when I tell it, I want you to auto-publish and go into this playlist, it puts it in the playlist like immediately, and it shouldn't do that. It puts it in there, and it puts it as a private video because it hasn't launched yet. So that's a huge problem I've got with YouTube. That's just YouTube's fault, but yeah, that means I've worked ahead and I'm working on other things that I need to be doing. Don't feel like, you know, you'd rather see those videos immediately, because seriously, think about it. One day you'd get like 6 videos for something, it'd be really exciting, and then you wouldn't get another episode for like a month and a half, which would really stink, you know what I mean? So you'd get like 3 or 5 Pokemon Randomizer episodes like one day, and then you'd have to wait like over a month to get the next one, which would be really stupid. You know, you'd rather get one a week, you know, so that's as fast as I can make them. These are as fast as I can get the videos out, and at least it gives you a consistent schedule. So that's just the only downside to doing that, is that weird private video thing. What's your favorite shiny Pokemon? That is a really hard question. Like, I actually have a video planned soon where I'm going to be talking about like the opposite of the top 10 worst shiny Pokemon forms ever. I'm going to be top 10 my favorite ones, if not more than 10, because I have too many I want to do. But just to try and answer that immediately, I'm going to try and condense that just to Pokemon that I have and ones that are the favorites that of the ones that I have. Yeah, English, you are be doing good at that, Alex. Okay, so of my top 3, I can immediately say my shiny Charizard. I love it because it was my first one and it was so exciting, and I love shiny Charizard anyway. My shiny Ho-Oh, just because it's so precious to me because it was so crazy hard to get. And my shiny Mew, just because of how crazy awesome it was hunting that thing and how hard it was and how fulfilling it was in the end, and it's just really special to me. So I'm gonna make it a 3-way tie. I don't want to pick between them, it hurts. What are some of your favorite bands? Wow, I haven't listened to music in a really long time, and that really stinks. And the problem is, when you do video game stuff and you edit video all day, I actually edit video for my jobs too, you have headphones on all the time. My ears actually used to stick out really far, which is why my hair is actually kind of long, because in grade school and high school, my ears would stick out so much I would get made fun of, so I eventually like grew my hair out over my ears so people wouldn't see it. And by eventually using earphones so much that pad my head down, they have actually gone back in my head, and I really could cut it more than this, but you guys are actually used to it being longer, I know. But anyway, to answer that question, it's kind of weird because when I filmed this episode of Ask Hamster before, I happened to be wearing a Rise Against shirt, and I was like, I don't listen to music, as I hypocritically am wearing a shirt, but anyway, right now I'm not. This is just like some generic shirt. But anyway, I don't even know because it's been so long. I really want to get back into music, but anyway, the bands who I did listen to kind of like stopped making the music I really enjoyed, and I kind of stopped listening to them anyway, so that happened like at the same time I started doing a lot of video stuff, and eventually I kind of stopped listening to like all of them at once, which kind of stinks, but just kind of rattling off some random bands, because seriously, like I had so many, like a crazy amount of gigabytes of music stored on my computer. Like I have an external hard drive that's just full of music. I know you really wouldn't think of it because I can't ever listen to it at all, but there it is. It's just sitting there. Like I said, Rise Against was one of my favorites. Anne Berlin, Day to Remember, Pierce the Veil, all sorts of stuff. I could go on, and there's hundreds of bands of CDs I got back there. CDs, of course, that are worthless now. But anyway, I don't even know how to answer that one because I can't even listen to them anymore. What other games would we be streaming on Twitch on the 3DS besides Monster Hunter? I'd love to play along during live streams, but I don't own any 3DS Monster Hunter game. Well, regardless, it'd be really fun to watch anyway, because it'd be like live episodes of whatever like Monster Hunter or Pokemon Q-Charm episode it's going to be, except like you guys can like live send me comments, and you know how I rant about random things already in the episode, so there's that. You're gonna be throwing me off already. But I also don't want to throw it in for sure that it's gonna be Twitch. A lot of people are wanting me to stream on YouTube itself, and I know it's possible, and I might be doing that still. I kind of want to see the boundaries of both before I like tell you guys, hey, it's gonna be Twitch, it's gonna be YouTube. You know, I want to try them both first. But anyway, yeah, I already kind of said, Pokemon shiny hunting, I would more than definitely just completely move shiny Pokemon hunting over to live streaming with you guys, because for one, it would just be randomly talking with you guys while we're hunting shiny Pokemon, and two, I could turn it into an episode when I'm done. And doing other live stuff with Monster Hunter would be really big because you guys obviously it's so interactive, we can actually play together. I might actually do some other Pokemon events where we're like playing against each other teams. I was thinking about making a bunch of different teams out of my shiny Pokemon that I've hunted over the years, and basically letting you guys fight me maybe with your own shiny Pokemon hunted teams or just your own shiny Pokemon. I don't know, we can come up with some really cool stuff. Where'd you get that shiny Rayquaza plushie thing? My boyfriend loves shiny Ray, so I want to get one for him. I got him from Pokemon Center, and it actually got it right when it came out, and it was like 50 bucks, and there's a ton of fakes of it out there, so I'd be really careful. If you see one for like 25 bucks, I'd really be kind of wary about it. I did make a video about that guy, and it's got a bunch of information about that plushie, but anyway, it's really cool. But I was actually thinking about selling it because I have so much Pokemon paraphernalia back there that I'm like, I really like it, but it's kind of just taking up space, and I gotta get together a bunch of money to help fix up the house and stuff like that, so big person things are happening, and it's sad. But anyway, it's really cool if I'd like get to make videos like showing off my collections and stuff like that. If you guys are interested, I got a really big shiny Rayquaza collection back there actually, and a bunch of other really cool stuff. I randomly have my Metal Gear Rex model that I built and painted sitting right here too. I don't know, just because Pokemon had been taking over the last few. Actually, no, Monster Hunter was out here. I had my plushie Brachydios. But anyway, yeah, I got a ton of random collectible stuff, and I don't know if you guys would ever want to see that in a video or not. If you could create your own monster and add it to the Monster Hunter series, what would its name be, and what would it look like, and what abilities would it have? That's a kind of a cool question. My favorite monsters in Monster Hunter are the ones that are the most believable, in a fantasy sense, like where, if I went off into the jungle, like somewhere where there's like no people at all, or like deep in the ocean, underwater, like what kind of crazy creature would I believe could live in that environment and has somehow avoided human contact for all these years, and you get into like some crazy fantasy battle with it? Those are always my favorites. So a lot of them from the 3rd generation were really cool to me. Like I loved Bareth, Lagiacrus, or Lagiacrus. I don't care how you say it. I like saying Lagiacrus because that's how I played the game saying. But anyway, like, so a lot of the realistic ones I thought were really cool. The ones with creative workarounds to coming up with something that is fantasy-like. So a way to give a small wyvern a fire ability, like Kirapeko, once again, 3rd generation for instance, its bone on its wings was actually made of flint, and when it smashed them together, it would create sparks and fire, which I was like, that's so smart, that's so cool. And like, Royal Ludroth, a water monster, he'd like fill his spongy hide up with water, which makes sense. So I really like them going through that extra effort of trying to make a creature that would make sense, also give it like an element or an ailment. I don't know, those are some of my favorites, instead of the ones that are like from the Frontier series that are just like overly ridiculous looking, over the top. That kind of like rubs me the wrong way, because my original play of Monster Hunter was all about going off into uncharted territory, being completely alone, and fending for yourself, and I loved that. So, not quite counteracting my own statement of like trying to explain like what kind of monster I'd really like, I'd really want to see something that's like illusionary based, or maybe something that, I don't know, could make like illusionary fake copies of itself, maybe using like mist or something, not quite like Chameleos, but I don't know. I really like trickster creatures that are in like bosses in video games, you know, like the trickster kinds, the ones you have to outsmart. And something in Monster Hunter like that added into it, I think would really change the game around, where every single time you play it, you would have to think twice, or like really pay attention to like how you're gonna beat this thing, kind of like the confusion element that the Malfestio does in the new Monster Hunter game. So stuff like that I think would be really cool to add to it, but there's got to be a really cool, legitimate reason why it's able to do those things. So until I can actually come up with something like that, other than like, I don't know, giving off some sort of hallucinogenic gas into the air that makes your hunter like hallucinate or something like that, making a new ailment, oh, that'd be so cool. Like if you get hit with like this gas stream, like it just makes you start seeing things on your game. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. What would it look like? I don't even know. I wouldn't even think of that. I just think of like abilities and the reasons you fight it, and name same thing. I don't know. I would name it HamsterBomb or Mega Pepe. Fight the Mega Pepe. Senpai noticed my comments. There, little comment. I'm here for you. I was doing the training stuff in Generations. The explosion in the video scared me, and I almost dropped the DS. Sorry. Sometimes I actually turn that up way too loud, and I really don't mean to do it, because when it goes through my editing program, it like, the decibels look like it's not peaking at all, and it looks like it's not too loud compared to everything else, and then sometimes when I make an explosion, it's like way too loud when I render it, and I don't see it until, of course, it's up on YouTube, because I don't have the time to play through it once, edit it, completely see everything again, and then watch the rendered video before I put it up, because that takes way too much time. So sometimes like audio, things like that will get through. I'm sorry about that, but other times like the explosions or really loud sound effects I put in end up being really quiet because I undershoot it, expecting that to happen, and I really don't want to like startle you guys. Other than the time I just did before, or this one right now. Hey Hamster, for the next Q&A, a question I have is, what inspired you to start YouTube? I started YouTube! This is like the exact same episode as the first one. Like, we're getting all the same questions again. I don't know why. Maybe it's the fact that we're getting so many new subscribers to the channel or something. But anyway, just so you guys do know the other episodes, I have a link down in the description for the playlist or the rest of Ask Hamster. I do answer a lot of it, these other things, but just to give a different answer this time around, because I was actually talking with a friend of mine just about 5 minutes ago before I started this video, and I was originally going to start a YouTube channel with him, and we were going to do a bunch of comic review, figure review, and shiny Pokemon hunting stuff. Like, just do a bunch of random stuff that we wanted to do on one channel together, and it was just going to be fun. and he ended up moving to Chicago. Really depressing that day, and I ended up spending a lot more time on YouTube because of that, and I'd still stop if he came home. Not really, I'm kidding. I'd keep doing this, I just love it too much, but no, I would definitely include him on the channel if he wanted to come back. But anyway, yeah, that was a big reason why I really wanted to get on YouTube again. I was actually on YouTube originally. I was Ocarina Hero 10, and I made a lot of really silly gaming videos, and they were kind of old and embarrassing. And honestly, I shouldn't have started a new channel for it. I feel like I abandoned some people when I did that. And I mainly left because too many trolls and people were harassing me. The environment there was just not that great. But here, it's like so much better, which is why I emphasize that all the time. The environment here is so nice. Everyone is so nice to each other. I mean, sure, there's a couple bad eggs here and there where there's some people where I'm like, okay, go away. But seriously, like, I drop banhammer so quickly because I'm like, I see you insulting somebody else, or like, I'm much more tolerant for when they're insulting me. But if I see you're like seriously just trying to troll and bother me, I'm like, boop, nope, I don't care. I'm not even gonna deal with that. No, it ruined my last channel. Dealing with people like that, no tolerance here, none. So I really stress how nice people are sometimes here because it really shows. Like, go to other YouTube channels. You don't see that there. And if anything's working now, I'm gonna keep it up because these people here are awesome and I'm gonna do whatever I can for them. Funny, while I was walking a dog, a car drove by and someone in the car screamed, "Look, there's Pikachu!" Well, did he catch it? Actually, I just realized that was probably me. Because here it is. It's level 449, man! It's really awesome! What was your favorite shiny hunt? That's a really hard question. I don't even know how to answer that or go about trying to answer that because, the hunts themselves, though, after the fact, I always say, oh, that was such a great hunt, or that I really loved this hunt in particular. I just did it earlier in this video, and I don't really know how to explain like which ones are really great and which ones are not. Some of them that go on for really long can be really strenuous and fulfilling in the end. Sometimes they're very aggravating when they're long and you just get mad. Sometimes they're really quick and that's exciting for you, and then other times when it's really quick, it's unfulfilling because you're like, oh, dang it, you know, I got it like immediately. Which, I know, sounds kind of weird, but when you hunt 300 plus shiny Pokemon, and I'm not counting Pokemon Q-Charm, guys, I've hunted a crap load of Pokemon. It seems kind of weird when you just get one immediately. Unless, like, I already think, like, immediately when I'm hunting it, like, oh, this video is gonna be stupid. Because it, like, just pops up. Like, shiny Pachirisu. Like, I forgot I even had that shiny because it just appeared for me. Sure, it was really cool because it started, like, 2 encounters into the video, which was cool enough. Like I said, like, I thought, oh, at least, like, the video is gonna be kind of cool because it's, like, 2 encounters in, shiny Pachirisu. But, I mean, like, one that's, like, really quick for like no reason. Sometimes it's just kind of weird, but I'm not even answering the question. I think my favorite shiny hunt was for my shiny Mew, just because it was so unique, so different, though I hated actually doing those runaway encounters from you, because if you like ran the wrong direction, you didn't run on the correct tiles and turn on them correctly, it wouldn't work and you had to run out, leave the area, come back in. And I think the worst part about that hunt is it required 2 hands, which is what made it so hard. I usually shiny hunt, I shiny hunted. I haven't been able to shiny hunt in a long time. Shiny hunt with 1 hand over on the side, and then I like edited videos with the other one. I was totally a geek. I was like, and it was best when I had like 2 games going at once. It was like, but anyway, so Mew was really hard to do that way, and especially going over odds with one of the most difficult ways to hunt a shiny Pokemon, it really hurt. But it was so amazing when it showed up, and on such a crazy number that I called in the same clip I got him. That is what makes a really exciting and fulfilling shiny Pokemon hunt. Good vid! Keep up the good work, and what's your favorite grass starter, fire starter, and water starter? Mine are Piplup, Snivy, and Cyndaquil. You know, I think mine are all 3 different generations as well. If we got a game where I had to decide between Totodile, Charmander, and Trico, my head would explode. I don't know what I would do. Well, honestly, like, of all the grass starters, yes, Trico's my favorite, but I can probably eliminate him first if I really had to eliminate one from that group already. Man, Totodile and Charmander, that really hurts. I would have to actually eliminate Totodile, who I said first, and I'm not gonna, yeah. So, Totodile I would eliminate, just because of a couple reasons. I mean, he can't Mega Evolve yet, so that's one, plus you'd have the Charizard. And with Charizard, it was my first shiny hunted Pokemon, so that Pokemon's really special to me. Not just for me loving the Pokemon as a really cool starter Pokemon, it was my first shiny hunted Pokemon, and when you've hunted so many, like I said, that first one's so important to you guys. Like, if I had to release all but one of my shinies, I'm keeping my Charizard. I know it's not the best in terms of like fighting and stuff like that. I have some really good shinies for fighting, but that one is too important to me, and I just love it too much. It was a relaxed nature, which started me guessing relaxed through all of my shinies, and aside from that, it was female, which was really crazy rare. I got so excited, and like all those little things, like I was saying before, the little things that add up in a shiny Pokemon hunt that make it really exciting, fulfilling in the end is what makes it exciting and changes how you feel about Pokemon, which is why I think Charizard probably would have been my pick out of that litter, even though they're all so cool. Always stay humble, Alex. Please don't stop talking, hearing, and valuing our comments. Thank you. Oh, and power to the hamster! Zinheil. I know I'm thinking the Zinheil thing doesn't even make sense for the people who didn't watch the other episodes of Ask Hamster. Inside joke! I feel like people like you deserve to have more subs. You're actually good. Some people are bad, have so many, you're actually good. So yes, that's my comment. I feel bad agreeing with you because they're technically people that I'm working with, and a lot of people who have really big YouTube channels I'm friends with too. And like, I don't want to call anybody out who is like, I don't know, misusing what they've got with their subscribers, or they're just using clickbait, I think, you know what I mean? Or people whose content is really not that great, but for some reason they got a huge following, whatever, you know? I mean, it's not up to me or you or anybody to determine who gets popular on YouTube. It's just, you know, a lot of people enjoy their stuff. I mean, you don't have to. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean? So if you really enjoy my content, then that makes me happy, and I'm just gonna keep making more stuff for you guys. That's all that really matters to me, you know? So what other people are doing is just what they're doing, and if it's getting really popular, then good for them, you know? But if it's not, you know, that's kind of a shame. I wish a lot more people would be able to explore and find new stuff on YouTube. There's some problems I've got with how it works with basically letting the popular get more popular, and the people who are like really working hard, making some really cool content, they never really get noticed sometimes. And it's all up to luck based on when YouTube really decides to let a flood of people see one video or move it higher up in the search or related stuff. That is really what surges YouTube channels, and it's a shame that it really just doesn't happen to some people because it's really all up to luck, which is a shame. But anyway, so thank you so much for these comments like this. I really appreciate it when people tell me this. It happens so much too, and what's really crazy is you guys are telling me this when my channel is exploding. Like, I have had, let me see, under 1,500, no, I'm gonna say, okay, under 3,000 subscribers for 3 years now, and I've been fine with that. Like, it doesn't matter to me, like I was just saying. So it's just been trickling, going up, which is cool. I was excited about that. And then all of a sudden this summer, the channel is just like blasting up. Last I checked right now, we're at 9,500 subscribers, and it's literally changing like as we speak. Yeah, I just got 3 more subscribers since I started making this video. 3 more. So it's like going up really fast, and I can't even really keep track of it anymore. We used to get like 12 subscribers a day, now it's like 100, and it's going up so fast that I don't even know like how to even deal with it. And it's funny when people still say, oh, you deserve more subs, and I'm like, what are you talking about? But it'd be so unreal if we like kept blasting up at this rate. I'd be so excited, because eventually I'd be able to start moving away from other jobs that I've got and like paying so much more attention to YouTube, and I would love that so much. I love doing this more than anything. More than anything, I would love to do this for the rest of my life, until I'm an old geezer playing Pokemon or whatever the heck games were coming out at the time. Well, the capture card be affecting other things besides Monster Hunter, like Pokemon Shiny Hunter Q-Charm. I think I kind of actually addressed that earlier. I went a little too overboard on one of the questions, but yes, expect to see Pokemon Q-Charm, Shiny Pokemon Hunts, and Monster Hunter. Actually, I think the other one before was mainly talking about streaming. This is talking about recording for stuff. Yeah, I'm not just going to be doing recording on the capture card for Monster Hunter. I'm also going to be doing Shiny Pokemon Q-Charm. I'm going to be doing some shiny Pokemon hunts sometimes. I'm still kind of debating how I want to deal with that, because sometimes a shiny Pokemon hunt, if you're like resetting over and over again, it really starts taking a toll on your DS, and weird things might happen. It might start freezing randomly. I've had my games freeze on me if I've been resetting on them too much, so that's kind of scary, and I do not want to do that on the capture card that you guys funded. No. So that's kind of hairy, so I'm not really sure about that. So, I mean, either way, it is definitely going to be affecting those games. And I also did just make a video really recently about what's going on with the capture card situation and why we don't have it yet. The capture card, it's just a long story. You gotta watch that video. What would you actually do in Monster Hunter G? Because did you arena quests for Monster Hunter 4. Are you gonna do the same thing? What am you be saying? I think he's asking if I'm going to be doing the Arena Quest videos in Monster Hunter Generations like I did in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. The reason I did that for 4 Ultimate is because I was actually stalling for Generations to come out, and it worked. I got up to the very last video of that, which technically showed like almost everything in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate on my channel the day, up to the day that Generations came out, which was really cool. So, I mean, if Monster Hunter 5 or 5U or whatever the heck we were gonna get after this comes out, like gets announced, I'm actually expecting it to be announced soon, at least for Japan. I'm kind of surprised that they don't have anything yet, because as soon as the West gets a game, usually they get the next one. So it's kind of weird that that's going on, but anyway, it's probably because it was a worldwide release, just to answer my other question. But anyway, if we look like we got enough time after I finish my main series, then yeah, certainly I will go back and I will start doing that. If not, start doing some of the quests with you guys, because that's like a really good level thing that you really aren't cheating to get to that point for, because there's a lot of people who actually cheat in Monster Hunter and like just make all the best weapons and stuff and then just go annihilate the monsters, and then they go online and annihilate monsters with other people, or they make like fake quests and they get like tons of free rewards that they didn't deserve, and that's really not right, you know what I mean? For all the people who worked really hard for their games, for someone else to just go cheat and get it immediately, it's just kind of not right, you know what I mean? So I feel like going to the arena would be a really good way to kind of like substitute that. Like if we just did it for fun, we all like went to random arenas, or like put up a roulette and like we just go to like a random arena and I let random subscribers in. That'd be a lot of fun. I love your vids, it's not a question, but I needed to say it. I remember you, MhamsterBomb. I've been watching your videos since around 3,000 subs. Love you, keep doing what you're doing. I love how 3,000 subs was like a month ago. You know what I mean? Like what I was just saying. Like that's so weird, and I feel like you've actually been here longer than that, MhamsterBomb, because I made the comment about one of your comments in another Ask Hamster video. I don't know. I just remember saying it, like because I actually said it out loud, even though I've technically said all of your names out loud. Did you guys know that? If I did the shout-out videos every increment of 1,000, which have been happening much more frequently lately because of all the subscribers coming in, so I guess you guys probably know that, but anyway, yeah, I've said all your names at one point, except for the people who've hidden their subscription status to other YouTubers. I really can't stand it when those people who chose to hide that, then they go over to my videos where I'm trying to shout them out, and they get mad at me that I didn't shout them out when they're the one who hid it themselves, so what do you want? Hi Alex, any plans for a meet and greet or a P.O. box where fans like me can send you hard games where you can play? Hope you can consider. Power to the hamster. I actually used to go to conventions all the time. I was actually selling my comics though. I had a lot of older videos where I was talking about my comics, and I haven't really made any recently. I probably should. You know, I make comics, guys. I haven't gotten to in a really long time, but it was like my also like smaller than job hobby-ish thing than YouTube at the time, and YouTube was like very little at the time. So I have like 4 printed comics right now, so there's really not too many, but I really love my series and I want to keep making them, and I would love to make more videos on them if you guys are really interested. But anyway, yeah, that's why I was at conventions beforehand, and I was thinking about going back for conventions around this area of Cincinnati, Ohio. Let me know if you guys are like somewhere manageably in that area where there's like other conventions where stuff like that might be popular. And if there's a lot of you guys that are like clustered around certain areas or certain conventions, I'll consider going to them. That'd be a ton of fun. And maybe like gaming conventions, I don't know. I'm not really too familiar with that. I went to the comic conventions. But anyway, like a P.O. box or something for people to send in games. I've actually been thinking about doing some one-off video stuff of a couple games of like things that people were recommending for me to play. Mainly like friends, people I actually like physically, tangibly know, not internet. Internet doesn't count. But yeah, if you guys would like send in certain hard games, or maybe like I can request certain ones, like I'm like, hey guys, I really want to make a video on this game, but I just can't get it anywhere, or you know, stuff like that. Because I was thinking like, oh man, there's a couple games that I would like love to make like couple one-off videos for, and I just really can't, like, I just feasibly can't do that. So that'd be really awesome if I could do that. I haven't looked into getting a P.O. box. I don't really know anything about that, but yeah, I would definitely consider it though. Hey Alex, you're my favorite YouTuber and the only one that actually takes the time to appreciate all of your subs and read your comments. Oh, thank you. That's really nice for you to say. I hope I'm not the only one who reads every comment and actually like responds to people like all the time. I really spend a long time doing that, especially recently with the channel exploding. I do that all the time now. Like, I have an app now on my phone, it's the YouTube Creator Studio, and all I do, well, other than like check analytics and stuff and figure out like what's doing well, what should I do more of, and stuff like that, I'll also check on like comments. I'm constantly reading comments in there and I'm constantly responding to them and flagging and grading the people who are just trolling others. I will do that too. It's like a full-time job. It seriously is. It's crazy how many comments are going through there. So if you have like some YouTubers that you really enjoy and they're just not responding to your comments, they're probably not seeing them. Don't feel offended if they don't. I mean, like, I spent so much time trying to go through that. It was very feasible when I had 1,000 subscribers, when like, you know, every day I'd get like, you know, another 10 comments, you know, that was it, and it was no big deal. Now I'm getting hundreds of comments a day, and it's like really crazy. And the worst part about it is YouTube does not give me any alerts or anything if someone responds to a comment that I said, which really stinks. So like, I know a lot of people will see like I respond to something on a channel, or like I respond to someone's comment, and then they make like this huge tangent underneath that, and they're like, oh, they're thinking that, you know, I'm gonna be able to read it and respond to it, and they just keep sending all these comments, and I never see those. So if anything, that's the only way for me to not see your comment, is to do it like that. But I don't know. If anything, I don't want you to get discouraged of other people you like on YouTube just because they're not responding to you. But anyway, I'm glad that you do appreciate all the work that I put into this, because believe me, it's a lot. If you are going to stream Monster Hunter, are you going to let us know that you're streaming in a video? Well, if I'm doing it on YouTube, like I was just saying earlier, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it on YouTube or Twitch. If I do it on YouTube, I wouldn't have to do that because YouTube would just like say it. I'm pretty sure if you just go on my main page, it would just start playing. I haven't seen too many people who've been streaming on YouTube. Surprisingly, I don't watch too much of YouTube. I can't. Like, I feasibly can't watch too much of YouTube. There's only like, I don't know how many people I'm actually subscribed to. I actually just went through a big purge getting rid of subscriptions that I'm like, I'm not actually checking on these. I need to keep a very small amount of subscribers, otherwise like my phone gets overloaded. So anyway, I haven't seen too much of the options, but if it is on Twitch, to answer your question, if it is going to be on Twitch, yes, I will make some post of some sort to let you guys know that I am going to be streaming. Maybe I'm going to be doing it just on Twitter or something. I do have a Twitter now, guys. You guys can check up on that, and if I need to give out like immediate news of some sort, it will be on there. So I'll figure something out if I'm not going to be on YouTube. I'll let you know. Yay! You put my comment in the video! Look, there it is again! I'm making a habit of this, aren't I? I'm making a habit of this, aren't I? Say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious backwards, please. Alright, well, here goes. That was easy. Did you get it? It was an editing joke. That would be awesome if you could Twitch stream, keep doing YouTube and never stop. Smiley face! Like I said before, I have no intention of stopping YouTube. If my channel, like, plummeted to 0 subscribers tomorrow for whatever reason, I would still be making my dumb videos every single day and posting them anyway. This subscriber following thing that seems to be happening is just a trend you guys are in. I'm over here making my own dumb videos and then talking to you guys about them after the fact, because I just love doing them so much anyway, and especially like now with all the people here, I love talking with all the people who love watching the content, and it really makes a difference in a lot of these people's lives, which is another reason why I keep pushing to keep doing this all the time, because I love it so much, and it is really helping a lot of people who are fighting through depression, or people who are stuck in hospitals, or things like that. A lot of situations that I never even thought of, the videos are really helping so many people, so it's really great, and it's an awesome thing. And if I could do something like streaming and constantly be live there for somebody, that's like a closer interaction, that's even better, you know, so absolutely, I can't wait. I'm curious why you can't find a shiny Jinx. Thought since magic is male, it would have the same odds as other females. Alright, what they're talking about here is from Pokemon Q-Charm. When in Pokemon Q-Charm, I have my Jigglypuff out front. In the Heart Gold game, I will run around in the grass and shiny Pokemon show up like 20% of the time. It's really awesome. But it only works by using the ability Q-Charm. It is a glitch in the 4th generation. It's kind of complicated. I made a video on explaining how it worked, but basically the reason that it does not work for Jinx in particular, and for other Pokemon who are only one gender, that's the reason. It's because they are only one gender. Q-Charm is not programmed to work in the game if the Pokemon is only one gender. Yeah, all of my shinies in Q-Charm are female because Magic, my Jigglypuff, is a male, drawing out lots of females who happen to shine every once in a while. So it would not affect a Jinx because Jinx can never be a male, and thusly Q-Charm doesn't take effect, and even though it's a female, it still won't shine. So it's the same reasoning for why like a legendary won't shine, it doesn't change genders, you know what I mean? Or like a Magnemite, it doesn't have a gender, it's not gonna shine for you. Or gift Pokemon. That doesn't make any sense. Why would Q-Charm take effect? Though Interacts do use Q-Charm, which doesn't make any sense, like Sudowoodo and Lapras and Snorlax. For some reason, they work and gift Pokemon don't work. I don't know, but yes, I know I would have wanted to go for some of those gifts, like Professor Oak's Pokemon. That would have been really, really amazing, but no, that's why it doesn't work. Man, you deserve more subscribers than you have. Okay, once again, I thank you for saying that, but like, I'm happy no matter what, you know? It's not about how many people are here with you guys, like collectively as a subscriber unit. What's important is that I'm still here making this content that everyone loves to watch, and, well, not everybody. People can hate whatever they want, I don't care, that doesn't bother me, as long as they don't hate each other. And so, as long as there's people who are enjoying the content and I'm still making the content, it doesn't matter to me how many people are there. As long as I'm changing the life of one person who is happier because they watched one of these videos, which I know sounds kind of arrogant to say, but really, I mean, like, you haven't read some of the comments that I've read, where some people are seriously, like, having really, really hard times in their life, and they come out of it and they'll tell me, like, this huge explanation of how I've like helped them in some way that I never even anticipated. I was acting like an idiot playing a video game, and you know, it actually changes their life for the better. So if I can do that for one person, it doesn't matter how many subscribers I have, you know what I mean? And subscribers really doesn't even mean much of anything anyway, you know what I mean? It's just how, like, showing how many people are getting this in their threads on YouTube. So, you know what, besides, I'm pretty sure only like 18% of the people who watch my channel are subscribed. Yeah, I know. Think about that statistic. Start subscribing. My question is, why did you decide on HamsterBomb and not something like Alex Ocarina Hero, which is closer to your original name? Well, I answered why I liked HamsterBomb before. It was actually my comic publishing group that I made with my friends, and that's where the name actually came from. And Alex Ocarina Hero, yeah, it's really close to my original channel's name, which was Ocarina Hero 10, and when I started this new channel, I wanted to move away from it. Like I said, there were too many trolls, people that are really, like, bothering me over there, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna start fresh. I could get up to 10,000 subscribers again. That doesn't matter to me. Like I said, it doesn't matter about the numbers. The numbers are not what's important. There were 10,000 subscribers over there. It's been plummeting, and I don't care. But anyway, I could have started from scratch with 10,000 subscribers on my brand new channel, but I didn't want to do that because I was being insincere to what those people were subscribing for. I was going to make new content. So I didn't want to, like, switch it around and do something new. So I wanted to start over somewhere else, do something different that I really enjoy, and I'm having a ton of fun with it, and we're actually passing what Ocarina Hero used to have anyway. But funnily, my, this really bothers me though, my URL on my YouTube channel is actually like www.youtube.com/AlexOcarinaHero10 or something like that. And I have tried talking to Google about it. I'm like, hey, it's not supposed to be that, it's supposed to be HamsterBomb. Which, you can change your URL to a custom URL in your channel one time. I don't know why it's only one time, but I wish it was more, because for some reason it's stuck as Alex Ocarina Hero. It might have done that, like, originally when I made the channel a long time ago, and it was mainly just to make a different channel away from the Ocarina Hero 10 one. So I have no idea why they won't let me change it again. I really wish they would. It's probably something with the coding with the script, but either way, it's technically up there, so sorry I had to mention your name, but I don't know why the whole Ask Hamster thing works yet. Where do I comment? You just comment below right here. So in the any Ask Hamster video, actually, the latest Ask Hamster video, if you want to be read in the next Ask Hamster, you have to comment in the latest one, which would be right now. So if you commented an earlier one, sure, I'll see it, but I'm gonna have to remember to go back and copy it. So it's best to make it in the most recent one if you want me to read it. So yeah, and don't worry about saying my name Alex. I say that all the time. I talk to myself in the third person. If you play video games by yourself, as in with a camera sitting right in front of you, then you're gonna start speaking in third person doing some really weird things after a really long time. So that just kind of starts happening. So don't worry about it. It's a shiny, not shining. Wow. Okay, wow. I can't stand it when people are trying to be trolls or or standoffish or telling you something when they're actually wrong and uninformed. Okay, shiny Pokemon were originally called Shining Pokemon, and that came from a fan-based name. We created the name ourselves because in the second generation there was no name for these Pokemon. They just sparkled for some reason and they looked a little bit different. You really couldn't see it too much on a Game Boy Color, even though they were trying to show off the differences in color. That's why shiny Pokemon showed up, by the way, guys. It was because they made the Game Boy Color a new generation of Pokemon. They wanted to show off the new color and, show a different variation of a Pokemon that's really rare. And that's why the red Gyarados was the one that you got, because it was so obvious. They wanted people to start realizing it. Funnily, by that point, I already had 3 shinies. I had a Pidgey, a Hoot, and a Slowpoke, I think. So, anyway, I found that kind of weird already. I was like, why is it doing that? That's so weird. I haven't seen one do that, and I caught it. And, but yeah, anyway, we called them Shining Pokemon, and if you seriously don't believe me, you could look it up. We called them Shining. And the original Pokemon cards from the Neo Destiny set and stuff like that, the really old ones where they started making ultra rare cards, they were shiny Pokemon, except in their names they called them Shining, like Shining Charizard, Shining Tyranitar. And they were really awesome. We were really excited that Pokemon actually acknowledged and accepted the name that we came up with. And eventually, we kind of shorthanded it down to Shiny. So, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. And now you know that. Why are you so popular? Dude, if you think this is popular, I got it made then, don't I? I am not popular. I was actually super unpopular in school. Oh my gosh, I was such a loser. People hated me. I got beat up all the time. Stereotypically, my library books would get stolen. I'd come home with new bruises and cuts and my glasses broken every day and smashed into lockers, and yeah, that was me. That was that guy, if you can't tell. But yeah, anyway, I'm not popular in terms of social class and on YouTube. Though someone responded saying because he's a nice guy who gets involved with his subscribers and plays great content, if it was up to me, he should be even more popular. Thanks, Shark Attack. If you guys see anyone who's actually calling me out or anything like that, or picking on me, trying to make fun of me, usually I will actually let comments like that go on my channel. It really doesn't bother me anymore. Hate just bounces off of me. Unless it's really cruel and someone's just trying to really upset me for no good reason. If they are trying to explain something, then I'll be whatever, let someone else fight about it, you know what I mean? So if you guys want to defend me, go ahead. Don't fight with anybody though. I don't want you to try and start arguments with some people. Some people are just trolls on the internet, just trying to get people upset. Don't get into that, but if you can poke holes in people's logic, that's the best way to shut them up. So if you guys can help me with that, that'd be really awesome. I love it when I go through my comments and I read responses to comments where people are sticking it back to them except this. That is it for this round of Ask Hamster, which was a really cool one. There was a lot of stuff we had in this one. I am sorry that I'm late, like I said. I filmed the entire thing before I went on vacation, and that's when I found out that my mic wasn't working for the past 18 videos I filmed, which was devastating, but hey, I mean, I had a whole vacation to shake it off and say, whatever, I'm gonna figure out some cool way to get around all this stuff, but some of them obviously just had to be straight up re-recorded, which is why I'm recording this one right now. Just to let you guys know, because Pokemon Q Charm has obviously been a little bit delayed, I am gonna find some way to get 2 different videos, 2 different face cams active at the same time. I know it's kind of weird doing that, but the reason I want to do 2 of them is because one of them is not going to have any audio, and we do want to see because it's going to have my initial reaction to finding the shinies, which I know, as some guys make fun of me on the internet, even though I'm finding like the 100th one of the one that I'm looking for, I still get super excited, and it's because I've seen hundreds of Pokemon anyway, you know, through shiny hunting, so shortening the time it gets to them, it doesn't really affect me at all anymore. I'm still just as excited, so it's kind of hard to explain, but anyway, so with Pokemon Q-Charm, you want to see that part, and another huge part of Pokemon Q-Charm is just hearing me ramble, which is why you're still here in this video. But anyway, like, stuff like that, you know, and you don't want to hear me ramble when I'm over here, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to look at my bed and my laundry. Instead, you actually want my torso to block it. No, I mean, like, you don't want to look at the face that's off sync and then listen to, like, another voice. That's really... For 6 episodes of that, it's gonna get really, really confusing. So instead, I'm gonna find some way, even though it's a ton of extra work, getting another face cam in there. The reason it's hard is because I've actually got to edit through the entire thing, make space for it, render it, and then watch it back and sync those together somehow. I don't even know how I'm gonna pull that one off. Oh my gosh. And then put them back together, render it again, and then put it on YouTube. So it's like double the work just trying to get 1 episode at a time up, but hey, at least the audio from the video game is not lost, and I can still put some sort of content up for you guys, and I'm sure I can ramble about something Pokemon related. If not, like, things are gonna come back to me and I'll remember later. But anyway, we are out of comments for this time, and like I said, if you want to have me read your comment for the next Ask Hamster, which will come out on the 15th, I swear! Maybe, I don't know, I can't really swear because things like my microphone can go out and die on me. So anyway, if you want to have me read your comment for the next video, leave it as a comment down in the description below. And for now, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like the videos and subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next Ask Hamster video. Bye!